To celebrate the return of a very beloved LEGO theme, Indiana Jones, I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at a LEGO original that was heavily inspired by our whip-wielding friend, LEGO Adventures. Released to the world back in 1999 and shown the business side of an axe in 2003, it has 4 sub-themes all dedicated to different locations of the real world. Egypt with your classic Egyptian tombs, jungle with your Aztec and Mayan ruins, Oriental expedition with places like Mount Everest and China, but who could forget the most realistic of all, Dino Island. The whole story of this theme can be boiled down to one thing though, treasure hunting. And as a British man, nothing gets me going like yoinking other people's artifacts and stuffing them in a London museum. Today though, we're going to be looking at the biggest set from the jungle lineup, Amazon Ancient Ruins. 453 pieces and originally costing a bit under one Benjamin Franklin. One of the first things you instantly notice is the heavy use of red, blue, yellow and green, giving it an extremely striking and distinct look. You get 6 blokes, 8 if you include Luke Skywalker's adoptive parents. Up first we have the Thunder from Down Under, the Marmite-loving, Foster-drinking Johnny Thunder. Always ready for the ops thanks to his chest print showing a tucked revolver. This archaeologist is the main character of the theme and our indie replacement. Interestingly, this old geezer has a bunch of different names depending on where you live. In the UK he's known as the Professor or Dr. Kilroy, but across the pond in the US he goes by Dr. Lightning. Heck, in Germany he goes by Professor Articus. But seeing as I'm British in it lad, we're going for Kilroy. Being Johnny's uncle and a famous archaeologist in his own right, he serves as a mentor to Mr. Thunder. Okay Johnny, you see that guy behind us, right? Hey guys. Well, he's got a shovel and that's pretty dangerous up close. And that's why you always bring one of these. Easiest 40 bucks I've ever made, now let's run before the cops come. Another character with multiple names but goes by Pippin Reed here. She takes on the role of a journalist following Johnny around and documenting all the antics him and Kilroy get up to. And if that good isn't just for show, potentially a witness to all the crimes about to be committed against the locals. Our bad boy of this set is Senor Palomar. In full business attire and bringing an absolute pole, he's described as an ill-tempered South American bandit. Racing Johnny for the artifacts and being an overall ball buster. He also headed a criminal organisation, so he's not to be messed with. For the neutral parties we have Gabbro, just an honest working sailor, and as you can tell by his chest piece, he's not afraid to get his hands dirty. Helping both Johnny and Palomar, he has no stake in this rivalry. Finally we have one of the best minifigures LEGO has ever released in my opinion, Achu. This poor local is the one Johnny and Palomar are dead set on robbing. He has an awesome cape, a beautiful headpiece, and tribal attire as Prince. Sadly he made the mistake of owning a sun disk, and while he does have a poker to defend himself, something tells me he can't handle all this smoke. You get 2 vehicles with this one, a surprisingly expensive boat with an interesting printed plate, and a luxurious 2-seater wagon featuring a printed license plate, a printed windscreen and the exact same printed plate as the boat on the inside, and also a box on the back to lug around your adventuring equipment, including this magnifying glass. But let's get on to the build itself. It's all built upon a large base plate with a river flowing through the middle, populated by a standard Florida dog. Yeah, what that mouth doing though. Starting at the top left we have the campsite of our protagonists. A scorpion just chilling with the fellas and Pippin's camera set up ready to capture Johnny's self-defense claims. A big old tree and a bush to add to the jungle vibe. It's a neat little area to kick back and plan your robbery. Bottom left we have our first play feature. A small structure which I'm not gonna lie, I got no idea where it's actually supposed to be. It looks like some kind of hidden treasure. Pull this bar out here and the top drops down to reveal the subscribe button, and the less important gold coins. I'm thinking the idea is someone reaches for the gem up top, but psych! They fall into the endless void, never to be seen again. I like to think these 2 human skulls would be a good warning for the lads to not go any further, but sadly, they're just like every horror movie character ever, dumb as bricks. Try and cross the bridge between the 2 lands or you just might end up going down under thanks to the bar over here holding it up. If you do manage to make it through though, Johnny will feel right at home. A big spider up front and snakes around the sides. All he's missing is kangaroos and emus, and it's just like Australia. Cut your way through the web and we have Johnny's first victim dangling on a chain. It's controlled by a lance a bit further up the build and has a hinge piece to lock the chain in place. To the north we have the Chaos Emerald from Sonic the Hedgehog. and a fella taking an extremely long nap on the floor. The outside has a beautifully printed wall and 1x8. Taking it to the south, we have another gem room, but this time we're not messing around. Looking like it came straight out of a Saw movie. Pull the bar over here and 2 spears fall down to game end the poor soul stupid enough to make it this far. Taking the party up a level, we have another printed part in the centre, some plants to add to the jungle aesthetic, a place for Achu to chill after decorating his throne with skulls, and the top half of the contraption that allows him to collect more skulls guilt-free. The final tier has his throne, a rather bare-bones structure to be honest, and impossible to get him to sit down thanks to the fire that gets in the way. This part can be easily removed as it's only connected with 2 1x1 studs. The whole structure is built in a modular way so you can pop these out and swap them around in any way you want. This set has quite a lot of unique parts. Some are obvious like the base plate, which is actually quite expensive, and the large print up here. But then you have some that don't stand out too much. For example, this boat is actually unique to this set in brown colour. In fact, in this size, it's barely used across any LEGO sets. Another one that's really easy to miss is this pot. It's the only set the pot came in old dark grey. And finally, you have the printed 1x8 in the old dark grey as well. But I know what you're all wondering. Would I recommend this set? Definitely. I feel like I say this all the time now, but this is genuinely one of the most stunning sets LEGO's ever released. I love this set for the same reason I love 1584 from Castle. It's aggressive with its mix of bright colours, making it stand out in its own unique way. It also features one of the greatest minifigures and just an extremely generous amount of printed parts, making it a top tier set in a top tier theme. Thanks for watching, fellas. I've been a little unwell this week, which is why it sounds like I'm underwater all the time, but hopefully it's still enjoyable. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments what you want to see next, but I'll be seeing you all next Sunday. Take care, fellas.